I literally pulled up at 4:01 to the pie place, and they were... How far would you ride for a slice of pie? Would you wake up at 4 a.m. and ride 500 miles? Well, after a week of motorcycle camping and riding with friends in Arizona, it was time for me to head back to Colorado, but not without a scenic detour first. Just over 200 miles east of Phoenix lies one of the best kept riding secrets of the state, and after years of talking about it, it was time for me to check it off my bucket list. So we started here. Through here, I went to that cool canyon. I'm wearing a globe. We're gonna go here, 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 and then either go this way or this way. I don't know yet. The Coronado Trail, better known as the Devil's Highway, features 460 curves and 123 miles. Some say it just might be the curviest and least traveled federal highway in the country. The Devil's Highway used to be known as U.S. Route 666, and after much trivial debate over the highway's designated numbers, the route was eventually renamed to U.S. Route 191. This is, without question, probably the grossest thing I've ever bought on the road, but I'm so hungry, and we have like 4 or 5 more hours until we get to our food destination for the day, so I decided to just try and wing it and see what happens. It's all bread. Cool. In 1865, a U.S. Army patrol, in pursuit of natives who had stolen some horses, noted strong copper mineralization on the surface in the area that would later become the Morenci mine. 5 years later, a group of ranchers from Silver City, New Mexico, came to the area hoping to find gold. Established in 1872, the Morenci mine is now one of North America's largest producers of copper and one of the largest open-pit mines in the world. While the mine looks pretty large from the satellite imagery on Google Maps, it's like stepping into a completely new universe when riding through it. I mean, have you ever ridden through a mining operation of this size? For roughly 10 miles, the Devil's Highway twists and turns through the mine before making its way into the mountains.
Road is freaking gnarly. Man, I'm only like a couple miles in. This is gonna take forever.
And by gnarly, I was really referring to the copious amounts of loose gravel that covered the roadway. So much gravel that the GoPro managed to pick up the debris in the footage. It was definitely not the most ideal road condition to deal with on such a remote, twisty road. Eventually, the road conditions slightly improved, going from loose gravel to tar snakes. But for the first 45 minutes or so I was on this road, I really started to wonder what I had gotten myself into. Finally, perfectly paved asphalt presented itself in the high country, and the grip on my handlebars slightly loosened just a touch so I could enjoy the ride. What a crazy freaking ride, y'all. This is way twistier and way sketchier than I was expecting it to be. We're actually only halfway up the road right now. So I have another like 30 or 40 miles to go until we get to Alpine. And then we have another 90 miles to go until we get to Pie Town, New Mexico to get pie. Google said it was going to take 2.5 hours to do this ride. And for once, I think Google was actually right. Normally, I'm like, oh, 2.5 hours, 90 miles. Nah, I can do it way faster. No, it was totally right. So luckily, I did plan like extra time for this ride out. So we should be able to get to the pie place today before they close. I'll be so bummed if we don't. But yeah, if you're a new rider, honestly, this might be a little bit of an intense ride for you. This is one of the sketchiest roads I've ever ridden, and I've ridden a lot of really sketchy roads. There's just a lot of spots where the road is just not in good condition. It is covered in like gravel from the road deteriorating. There's tons of tar snakes, or whatever you would like to call them. There's no guardrails. It's just you coming around a hairpin turn and a cliff. So it's a lot. I'm curious as to what this road looks like on a weekend, because I'm here on a Monday and it's pretty dead, which is nice. But yeah, I can't imagine what it's like if you came around a curve with a distracted driver in your lane, because whew, that would be a little more thrilling than I would like, and this road's already pretty thrilling. But like I said, at least I think I said it, we're only halfway up this road. I've only done like 45, 50 miles, and it's literally taken me an hour. So we're gonna get back on the road and get to Alpine, grab gas, and then get back over to Pie Town, or get to Pie Town before they close at 5 o'clock. So let's go. I'm starving and I can't wait to eat pie. So we're currently right here, just on the edge of the Arizona-New Mexico state line. I was gonna take this route out to Pie Town, but it's currently 1:30 on this side and 2:30 over here, which means if I take this route and it takes me any longer, I'm not gonna get to Pie Town in time to eat. So we're just gonna go ahead and take the fast route, and we'll have to come back and do this. This road actually goes down here, and it's kind of like the backwards version of what we just rode, which is all right in here. So let's get on the road, go eat some food. My God, I freaking made it. It is 4:01. I have a whole hour. I'm so stoked. Ah! Yes! "500 miles and 13 hours later, I made it to Pie Town, New Mexico. And luckily for me, they had one blueberry pie left. I'm so stoked about this. Yum. I can't fit all this in my mouth. This is the biggest bite ever. Great pie. I'm so glad they had some left. Oh my god. What a great day. Camp is set up. I also grabbed some little cheddar and broccolis that I might make later. I don't really know yet. We'll see. I didn't realize that I was gonna get this whole pie. I thought I bought a slice of pie, and then she handed me this before I walked out the door. So I don't know if she was being nice or if this is actually what I bought, but I think I only spent like 15 bucks with a tip. I don't know. It wasn't expensive. So I'm confused, but also really happy that I have the other half of my pie that's literally the size of my face. Barely blueberry. Yum. This is the earliest I've ever had camp set up, like ever. I always get to camp like at the very end of the day, but I've been up since 4 a.m. So I left Phoenix. I had to pack my bike this morning. I was so tired last night I couldn't do it before I went to bed. I left Phoenix at 5:30 Arizona time, got here at 4 o'clock New Mexico time, so 3 o'clock Arizona time. So you can do the math on how many hours I was on the road today. I think I did somewhere between 450 and 500 miles to get here today. So ton of riding, a ton of beautiful scenery. Devil's Highway is just absolutely gorgeous, very scary at times. Just such a badass road, definitely thrilling. I think it's probably one of the most dangerous roads I've ridden. And I would totally ride it again. It's super rad. That little sign on the way out of town talking about how there used to be grizzly bears in Arizona was so wild to me. Like, I want to look that up and figure out like how long ago there were grizzlies in Arizona, because ever since I went to Yellowstone, I'm like completely fascinated by them. But yeah, Pie Town was rad. I'm super bummed. I literally pulled up at 4:01 to the pie place, and they were they weren't closed, but you couldn't order normal food anymore. You could only get whatever pies were left, and luckily they had blueberry. I really wanted like a blackberry cobbler or something, but blueberry's good too. And I got a whole pie and then that cheddar broccoli pasta stuff to eat tonight. So I'm just gonna have a chill afternoon at camp, you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow we go to Taos, hopefully weather dependent, and then we get home to Denver. So if the weather cooperates, we will go get some lunch in Taos. But I think that's gonna be it. I want to eat more food. So thank you guys, and I'll see y'all on the road. Later. Cheers, y'all.